Hello there. All right, today I'm going to do a little bit of scenery work. What I need to do is I need to do a little work on these two modules in the front here. Do a little touch-up work, kind of get them to blend together a little bit. As you can see, the paint ended up with a couple of different tones. So I'll be working on blending that to get it to match. And then I've got to take and put some Sculptamold along the front here to kind of raise the bed of the railroad track a little bit. So I'll be doing that as well, and I'll probably be adding a culvert right here where the railroad tracks are going to cross. Gonna leave the bridge, but as you can see I have a culvert back there. I'm gonna do another one right around here. It'll be facing the other direction, so you won't be able to see it head on, but that's probably gonna be the best solution. So, all right, so let's get started. Today on Model Railroading with Bill Masters. Start off with, I'm going to kind of work on this area right here. This is where two modules are going to meet, and then there's going to be track. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to beef up this portion and this portion of these two modules by placing a piece of wood, something that I can nail the track to, just to make it really sturdy where the two modules meet. Use those track nails. So I will go ahead and grab some wood. First of all, I'll take everything off the track, off the layout in this little area right here. So I have these pieces cut. This is just some old cedar fencing. I'm gonna go ahead and mark where I'm gonna cut on both sides. And I'll carve it out. So that'll give me something solid to nail the track to, where the modules are gonna meet. Now, where these two modules meet, what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a straight edge and just make sure that there are no wavy points. I want this to be perfectly flush. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other end, which I pulled back a little bit. First of all, I'll just start off by trimming off anything that's really obvious. So it seems to bow out right here a little bit. Okay, so now it is able to sit back without too much pressure. So that'll allow me to be able to butt the two modules up against each other. So I'll do the same thing on that side. Okay, so the other side was already good. I didn't have to do anything to it. So now that I know that these two tables are joined together, what I think I'll do is I'll take a clamp underneath the table, kind of lock it into place while I work. What I had in mind to get these two modules to line up is to use these alignment pins. These are actually 4 tables that pull apart for dining room table. And so I bought these actually for a lift gate that I had for a while. And these would help me get that gate into a perfect alignment when it would close. And I just happen to have a whole bunch of them. I'll put one right here and one here. I'll put this in first on this side of the table. So one goes into one side of the table, and obviously the other one goes to the other side of the table. So about 4 inches in on each side, I think I'll put a mark. So about those clamps that I said I was going to put on, what I really need is a 4-inch C-clamp. There's a beam right here, and there's also a beam on the other end, and it sits in about a half an inch or an inch. It's actually about an inch. So I need a C-clamp right here that I can tighten up, and that'll hold the modules together. I really only need one here. I'm gonna need 10 altogether for this whole layout. I ordered some on Amazon. When they come in, I'll show you. All right, now, don't judge me, but this is how I'm gonna make the mark on the other side. Got a little bit of liquid nails here. I'm just gonna put it right on the tip there. All right, now I will push that other side up to it. Leave a mark on it. Let me make sure everything's aligned. I pull it back. There should be some of that glue on the other side. And that'll tell me where to draw. There it is right there. There it is right there. See? Sometimes I have good ideas. All right, need to roll that side out now. That should do it. Slide the two pieces together and see how they match up. And they go together. And they're nice and locked into place. Not, from pulling apart, but at least from going side to side. And that'll put less stress on the track. So, when I get my C-clamp, I will put that on there and that'll keep everything secure. And then I'll do the same thing for the backs and everywhere where two modules meet. All right, back to this part where the two tracks are gonna meet. What I was planning on doing is gluing that down with some liquid nails. I'm just doing a test fit for now. Do like that. And of course I will build this up. So yeah, that will give me a nice strong point where I can nail my track to. Now I'm noticing. Oh, I think I know what's going on. So the wood is bent a little bit. It looked kind of like this one was sitting a little higher than this one, and there was really no reason to be, but you know what? It's the tables. The illusion is on the tables itself. I won't get into it, but they're level. And one way to check it here, ruler that I had, and this is a good way to check it. Now, these little details like this matter, especially on an intersection. If I don't take care of this now, it actually does sit up a little higher. So what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna proceed with gluing it down, and then I will just take a planer. I'm not sure I have such a tool, but I'll figure something out. It's not much. It's just, probably a 1/16 of an inch that I gotta come down. Okay, so I'll glue that down for now, and then I'll get something to shave that down with. It's pretty level now, so I think this is going to be satisfactory for it. One thing to keep in mind is that I am going to be putting a cork roadbed over it as well. That will give me another surface where I have an opportunity to level it with a sanding block top of the cork. Ideally, you want to start with a level surface before you put the cork on, but you do have that second option as well. But it's pretty good actually right now. Next on the agenda is I'm going to assemble a culvert. I've got these culverts from here. These are Wathers. It gives you two different kinds. Basically, the only difference is you can either put this platform on, or you can leave it off, or you can put this round culvert entrance, or you can put an open one like this. Now, I've already done a round one on the other end. I think I'm going to do this open one for this one, which means I'm going to need to assemble this piece as well. And it also means I'm going to have to dig this out a little bit. So let me start off by marking where I'm going to dig, and then I will assemble it and place it in. Now, to me, having a culvert here kind of makes sense because the railroad and the towns don't necessarily come from the same budget. So I've got this wooden bridge here, and then I've got the train going over a concrete culvert. to me, you know, that seems like something that would happen. I'm gonna have to chisel it out here. Let's see. So I'm gonna cut out that much. And then I'll place the culvert in there, and then I'll put some new Sculptamold over the top of it. You know what? We need that guy right there. There we go. Alright, time to assemble this culvert. I'm gonna start by trimming off the excess. You know what? Most of this is gonna be buried anyway, so just part of the process. Not sure if I'm gonna use this piece, but I'll prepare it anyway. Alright, all my pieces are prepped. Start by assembling the pipe portion, the tube. So on these culverts, you've got a finished end, and you've got a unfinished end. Obviously, you're going to want the finished ends to be where it's going to be mostly exposed. Use the instructions for my glue. I usually count to 10 while I'm letting the glue dry, while I'm waiting for parts to mash together. Now this one, I haven't decided yet if I'm going to put it so that it's exposed on the top. You know what, it's definitely not going to be exposed on the top, because there'll be track over it. But I'm going to put the finish end up anyway. Who knows, this culvert might end up having another life one of these days. And then I'll want that piece to be the top end exposed. Right. Now the front piece. So you have your choice of using this piece or this piece for your culvert entrance. It either goes like that or like that. I think since this is not going to be seen, I'm going to go with this piece. This piece also does have a finished end. It's actually finished on both sides, so yeah, we're good. And then this piece is gonna go right in the center there. It's gonna go right like that. There's no pins or anything to guide it, so you kind of want to eyeball it before the glue dries. And this piece, I think it's glued together like that. I'm trying to avoid getting a gap down there at the bottom. So I'm going to press down there while it dries. Alright, there's my culvert. And that is going to go right here. So, it is time now to get out a little bit of Sculptamold. And I'll fill that in and then fill around it. First things first, let me get all this Wathers stuff off my desk. Okay, so I had some problems, technical difficulties with the camera there. I had the phone in picture mode, so I just took a picture before I started recording, and didn't record, actually. But so I've gone ahead and I put my Sculptamold there. And now, yeah, I'm real prepared here. I don't have my painter's knife. I can't seem to find it. And I already mixed up a batch. So what I was saying when it was not recording is that I was just going to put it up to this level here. And I'm going to mix up another batch when after I finish spreading out all this stuff over in another spot. I'll come back with another batch with my painter's knife, and I'll smooth that out appropriately. Now, let's take the rest of this before it hardens, and I'm going to put it in the other spot right here. Got a new bowl, and the painter's knife has been found. I'll just say it was not where it should be. Did a little fine tuning in this area, off camera, sorry about that, in order to make the two modules blend together a little bit better. And after I had finished this, I decided on a different arrangement. So yeah, that's just kind of the way I operate. I've marked out this spot right here. This is a platform for a train. This is just to let me know where it's gonna be so I don't get Sculptamold on my platform, but I'm gonna leave these pins. The platform's gonna rest on those pins. But I do want to kind of, build it up in one area so that kind of gets a ramp that kind of people can access it from. I do under this poor lighthouse. This is a roadway right here, so I need to blend that in a little bit. The road obviously can't go through the platform. And this is going to be a track right here. Now this is the days before ADA, so they're not going to have a ramp for disabilities. Unfortunately, back then, this is the early 20th century, but so it's going to be a step right here. All right, here's a little flyby of what we've done today. There's the culvert. It's not completely covered yet. Go down the road. There's where we reinforced where the track is going to meet on the two modules. Pan out a little bit. Made them connect. That's going to be where another railroad goes. I do need to reinforce it like that up there as well. Not going to do that today though. But for now, I have shaped that out for 3 buildings that's going to go right there. I have continued the roadbed along this way, the railroad bed. There is going to be cork on top of it as well. And then so right here is where the railroad platform is going to be. And then I kind of define the road a little bit better so that it goes, well, there's 3 buildings there right now that are going to be right there, but the road will continue on out there. So that's what we got done today. Yeah, I guess I'll continue on. All right, I've got another little spot right here that I want to fine tune just a little bit. While this may not be the actual building that goes here, I do want to put a building there. I originally decided this was going to be a road. And so after I ended up putting 3 buildings here, this road makes no sense. So what I'm going to do, so this is now going to be an area for parking up to here. So we'll put a little bit of a walkway here. So then I will need to leave a little space right there. And then I'll have a little walkway behind that. This area here is going to need to be flattened out. So what I will do, I'm going to bring it up to I'm not going to leave these gas pumps here either, so it won't really work there. All right, now that kind of defines where my building was. I can get that out of there now. Finish this real quick. All right, I went over it with another coat of paint. Now all the modules match. I used the same paint as I did the first batch. You can see that on the last episode. So yeah, everything blends together now, I think. See how much you can do with just Sculptamold and paint. I mean, 90% of this layout, which you see so far, that's all it is. Sculptamold and paint. I've got some greenery on there, but the vast majority of it. And, I mean, yeah, you can do a lot. So. Anyway, I can't put any of the buildings down yet because it's still wet. But I will go ahead and start editing this video, and then by the time I'm done, should be dry enough to have the buildings set down, and then I will close the video with that. So I will be back. All right, so it's had a little time to dry, so I put the buildings back, and they didn't quite end up to the same spot they were before. All right, so there is going to be the train platform, and over here is going to be a diner. Decided to bring that back out, but before I put it on the layout, I'm going to change a few things on it. And then so this is a garage right there, and then that building back there. Don't know if that's the building I'll keep, back there, but it is there for now. The store is gonna stay right there, the general store. For now, that seems to be the best place for the little side store, hotel. Water tower is definitely gonna go there. And we got the bar and the post office. Little side building back there, and a little railroad building in the back. Not so little, in HO scale. We got your corner gas station, and I guess probably that's the hotel. It's a little far from the train station, but I just can't really figure out any other place to put it. So, but yeah, for this time around, this is the layout I decided on, and yeah, I kind of like it. I mean, I do like it. So, that's going to be it for now. And I will see you next time.